Hello, and welcome to your free training video. My name is Luke Januska, one of the co-founders here at Skytale Digital. You just got done listening to my partner Michael talk about social media, the best way to use it, how to really leverage it and make a big impact on your business now during this crazy coronavirus time, but then also in the future as well during normal times. So I'm going to be giving you this training here today and give you a little break from my bald-headed business partner there, Michael. As you can tell, I've got a full head of hair, so I'm more well equipped to give you this type of a presentation. Anyway, here's a picture of Mike, who you just were listening to. Here's myself on our website, and one of our project managers here, Jenna, as well. So, give you a little bit of background here on the team and what we're going to go through here today. The agenda, we're going to talk about Facebook and Instagram ads, okay, the best way to use them. The second thing we'll talk about is building and leveraging a customer database. Okay, how do we use that? Why does it matter? Why is it better than just posting on social media? And then the third thing we'll cover is how to use Facebook Live video. So really what I want you to get out of this training is this is the way, this is the future, this is the way that restaurants should be using social media and advertising to grow their business. Okay, this is the same exact way that our clients are doing this right now. And so to start off this presentation, the best way for us to build credibility with you as the viewer is by showing you a couple examples. So before we hop into this agenda here, I'm just going to show you a couple of examples of additional sales and revenue that we're able to drive our restaurant clients on a very regular basis. So this first slide here, we run advertising campaigns for our restaurant clients. We consult them on the best way to use social media. And we're really a one-stop shop for the highest leverage things here to grow the business. So these are numbers of additional revenue that's driven in to these restaurants as a direct result of our advertising campaigns. Our restaurant owners are able to track it down to the penny, so they know for a fact it's working. So as you can tell, there's some pretty nice numbers looking at here. A lot of times with our restaurants, we're able to bring hundreds of guests in every single month, and sometimes even add a couple $100,000 worth of sales to their top line annually. So some nice numbers to look at here. Here's a couple screenshots of our restaurant clients that we're working with. As you can tell, these are just from the past 2 weeks. So our stuff works when there's not a crisis, but it also works during a crisis, okay? This is important, keep businesses afloat, keep people employed, et cetera, et cetera. So just gonna show you a couple of screenshots of what our restaurant clients are telling us. They're thanking us for our hard work and things like that. So Rob here says, we're doing record numbers. As you can tell, this is from March 20th. So just very, very recently during this crisis, they're doing record numbers, even more than they usually do during normal times. This guy says, you rock. Anyway, I'll just breeze through these. Thank you for your continued support and partnership. It's been a pleasure to work with you guys. So again, I'm just showing you these examples to build credibility with you as the viewer that, hey, the stuff I'm going to be showing you here, stuff works. Okay, we're so glad to have you guys on the team right now. Really want to thank you for all your ideas and help. I appreciate you all so much. You guys rock. Oh, there's another one. That's cool. Just want to say thank you. This guy Jason here said he would never have been ahead of this crisis, if it wasn't for our chat on the phone. And one of our clients here says, I was just checking with them to see how they're doing. It can be a tough time for people. And she says, thank you. It's been a really good night. So again, just wanted to show you a couple of those screenshots and those numbers to show you that, hey, this stuff works. Okay. So for the agenda for today, we're going to be covering the first thing is Facebook and Instagram ads. I'm going to build and leverage a customer database, and like I said, Facebook Live video. So the first thing, Facebook and Instagram ads, okay? What's the best way to run Facebook and Instagram ads? Should we boost posts? What's going on here? So a lot of restaurants will boost posts, and to be very transparent with you, boosting posts is often a way for Facebook to make money off small business owners. It's easy to do. You boost a post, you see a lot of engagement, but let's be honest, it doesn't hit the cash register. And even if it does, it's hard to track or impossible to track. So we always recommend never boost a post, okay? It's just going to be throwing money. You're not going to be able to track it. You don't know if it's working for sure. So we recommend actually using Facebook Ads Manager to run advertisements. So a couple tips here. The first thing, always target a 1 to 5 mile radius. Okay, this seems pretty obvious, but there's usually plenty of people within a 1 to 5 mile radius of your restaurant. So you don't need to target 20 miles. 10 even is a bit too much. Unless you're in a small town of about 20 to 30,000 people, you can just dominate the whole city. Go out 30 miles if you want. But if you're in a bigger city or even a mid-sized city, do 1 to 5 miles. Okay. So let me just show you an example. I'm from St. Cloud, Minnesota. It's about 189,000 residents. So mid-sized city. And if you see here in Facebook Ads Manager, I just pulled up a random address here in downtown St. Cloud. It's actually the post office. So if you look at a 5 mile radius around, let's just pretend this is a restaurant. 5 miles, there's 90,000 people. 90,000 people on Facebook just waiting to see content from you, waiting to come on in. So point of this is there's plenty of people within just a 1 to 5 mile radius of your restaurant. So you can see those numbers here in the back end of Facebook. You see that right here, 90,000 people. Okay, so pretty crazy. So always target 1 to 5 mile radius. Now, what kind of photos, what kind of content should be posted for an ad? Well, it's a great question. It's photos are very, very important. Okay. Now you have to imagine when people are scrolling through Facebook, people are not looking or expecting for your ad. So it really has to catch their attention, has to stop them. It has to wow them. They have to see it and be like, whoa, what's that, right? It has to really, really grab their attention. So what kind of photos should you post? These on the top are the kind of photos that you should post, okay? Now let me explain these. These photos here, they're very bright, they're very clear, but the most important thing about them is they're mouth-watering, right? You can almost smell the burger. You can almost feel the texture. See, this cheese is dripping. You can almost feel it, right? You can almost smell it. These are the types of photos you want to post and you want to advertise with. You want to have the food take up the majority of the photo, okay? What you don't want to do on the bottom here, this is what you do not want to do, okay? The main point here is there's too much table, right? This will not stop people on their phones and say, whoa, that looks amazing, right? So again, just bright photos, but the most important thing is have the photo look mouth-watering and have it take up the entire square, okay? You don't want to have any extra space here, in the background, like a table, for example. It's not mouth-watering. People don't come to your restaurant to look at your table. Okay, so this is what you want to do with advertising, those types of photos. Now, this is what we'll cover in a little bit as well, but when you're running ads on Facebook, we always recommend advertise to acquire. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means while you're advertising, while you're spending money on ads, you should always get something in return. So what does that mean? Well, it means get an email address, get a phone number, right? Have a way to contact these people again. Otherwise, you're just going to keep throwing money at ads and you're not going to build an asset for yourself in the process. So always advertise to acquire. Now in Facebook Ad Manager here, you can actually pick your campaign type here. And your objective, okay? So there's lots of objectives you can choose from, ranging from awareness down to conversion, right? So for example, if you wanted to run advertisements to collect email addresses, for example, right? Maybe you want to do big giveaway, free pizza for a year. Everyone who opts into this contest will get, let's say, 1 entry into winning free pizza for a year. And when people opt in with their email address, you can automate them an email that says, hey, thanks for opting into our contest. if you come in and redeem an offer, maybe it's a buy one, get one, right? If you come in and redeem a buy one, get one offer, or maybe it's a free appetizer, you'll get 100 extra entries into our free pizza for your contest. So what'll that do? Well, that'll get you tons of email addresses collected, and you can drive visits from it as well. And if you're tracking your offer redemptions, you can track exactly how many people are coming in, so you know down to the penny your return on investment, how much sales are coming in, how much should you spend on ads, is this worth it, right? Of course it is. So if you want to collect emails, there's a lot of different ways you can do that, but we'd recommend lead generation, which actually is pretty slick. When people click on your ad, it automatically populates their email address. They just press submit one more time, and boom, you've collected their email address. And you can connect that to other email marketing softwares and things like that. So anyway, lots of stuff you can do in here. But for example, if you want to run ads that collect email addresses and automate them, offers via email, do lead generation. Okay. Now, as I'm going through all these things, you might have some questions. I can't cover everything in this one training. So if you have questions about how to do any of this, about how we can help you, always feel free to reach out to us. You can email myself or my business partner, Michael. Just luke@skytaledigital.com or michael@skytaledigital.com. You can also just directly message us here on Facebook Messenger, and we'll help you out there as well. Okay, so that leads me into the next second point here, the agenda. It's building and leveraging a customer database. Okay? What does this mean? Why is this important? Well, it's one of the most important things you can do as a business owner, and a lot of restaurants don't do it, right? But you have to start. You got to do it. If you've already started this, you're ahead of the game here. So building and leveraging a customer database. What can we collect from guests? How can we communicate with them, right? When you're talking to, let's just use a random example, to a family member or a friend of yours, and you want them to come on over and hang out, or go to dinner or grab drinks, whatever it is, go to a movie. Word of mouth doesn't work there, right? You're not just going to have your friend appear randomly at the movie theater just because you hope they appear there at the same time as you are. So what do? Well, you call or you email them. Maybe you don't email them, but you probably call or text them, right? Or you message them on Facebook Messenger, right? You communicate with your friends and family. This is the same way you should be communicating with your guests as well. So we always recommend build a customer database, be omni-channel, which means have a diverse set of contacts, right? Collect thousands of email addresses, collect thousands of phone numbers so you can text your fans and your customers and your guests. And then also you can be able to message these people on Facebook Messenger as well. Okay, some of this stuff is a bit more technical than others. Some of these things are relatively pretty simple and easy, like email and text. Okay, so why do we want to build a customer database? Why is this important? Why is this better than just posting on social media or advertising the old school ways? So here's an example. The reason why we want to build a high value customer database is because, very simply, it's a direct way to communicate with your guests. You can actually reach them when you want to, right? During a crisis like this, word of mouth probably doesn't carry you very far, right? You have to be able to text people, you have to be able to email them, and you have to be able to message them on Facebook Messenger. Guys, this is the best way to communicate with your customers, communicate with them, tell them what's going on, ultimately driving sales and profit for you, okay? Stuff on the right-hand side over here, it just doesn't matter that much anymore, okay? Low value, don't really care too much about traditional advertising, right? Everything can work to an extent, but what works the best? And that's the stuff on the left-hand side over here, okay? We also don't really care about Facebook followers or Instagram followers. You shouldn't either, right? Here's an example of why that doesn't matter. This is one of our restaurant clients when they signed up with us. As you can see, when they're posting things to their Facebook page, it only reaches out of 15,000 people on their Facebook page. It only reaches about 300 people, which is basically nobody, right? That's like 2%. So what this means is Facebook following and Instagram following, well, it's nice, it's fun, it's cute, it feels good. It's just not that valuable anymore. It's not going to ring the cash register, okay? So what we want to do is build up a database of guests that you can directly communicate with. Okay. So a couple softwares that we recommend to do that. For email, we recommend MailChimp. MailChimp is great. It integrates with almost everything out there. Super easy to use, very cost effective. It's free up to about 500 email subscribers, and then it starts at about $9.99 a month after that. So very, very cost effective. Recommend MailChimp. There's tons of other email marketing softwares out there that you can choose from, but I like MailChimp. Collect numbers from guests and be able to text them. I like Slick Text. And again, we're not associated with these softwares or companies at all. I'm just recommending them because this is what we use for our clients, and they work really well. So Slick Text is good to collect email, to collect phone numbers, and to be able to send text to people. And then this is a bit more technical. It's quite new, but this is what we use with a lot of our restaurant clients. Is messenger marketing. So if you want to build up a messenger database, be able to message people on Facebook Messenger, we recommend ManyChat to be able to do that. So a couple software examples there for you. Hope that's helpful. Now let's keep moving on here. So the next thing on the agenda is Facebook Live Video. All right. So Facebook Live Video is awesome because it's a free hack, right? Do you remember this slide I just showed you here? A lot of times when you're posting on social media, right, with no money behind the post, it just doesn't go very far. It's almost going to the abyss, right? No one sees it. And if they do, they're probably not acting upon it, right? So the difference between Facebook Live Video and just posting images or photos like this is it's a free hack because it notifies every one of your Facebook followers that you're going live, okay? So people on their phones will get a notification from you saying that your restaurant is going live and people can tune in, okay? So it's a really good way to notify people that you're going live, but you got to do it consistently, right? Can't just do it one time and expect to be rich off of this. This stuff that we're explaining here, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. This stuff truly does work, but it takes a little bit of time. As with anything that's worth it in life, right? So anyway, recommend doing Facebook Live Video if you can. Do it once a day, right? Sometimes it might not be realistic for you if you're really busy, but try to do it at least 3 times a week, okay? If you can do Facebook Live Video 3 times a week, you'll start to see your engagement on your Facebook page start picking up a lot. So your Facebook Live videos will reach way more people, and your other posts will start reaching more people as well because they're just more engaged with your page, okay? So highly recommend doing that. And the third point here to make is it doesn't have to be perfect. Facebook Live videos do not have to be professional by any means. Don't even really take that much time thinking about it. But what we recommend is just get on camera, tell guests what's going on, tell them what makes you guys unique, right? For example, show them your chef in the kitchen. Show them your beer taps, right? Show them the fresh food coming out. Talk to them about your specials. Talk to them about your events. So really, Facebook Live Video is an awesome way to announce, specials and one-off things, right? Now, when you're doing Facebook Live Video, again, does not have to be professional, but make sure there's good substance there, right? Make sure you're talking, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable, because the Facebook algorithm really favors the human touch, right, and being genuine. So the Facebook algorithm, it's very, very smart. So if you put good content out there, it's going to serve it to more people, right? So we recommend don't overthink Facebook Live Video, but definitely get on camera and show people what's going on, okay? So let me show you how to do that real quick. Bring up my computer screen here. Now, you're on your Facebook, on your phone on Facebook, at the bottom right-hand corner, you can go to that little button there. Let me slow down a little bit here. And then you see at the top here where it says Pages. Click on Pages, and you might have 1 or 2 pages in here, probably just one. As you can see, I've got a bunch from our different clients, but let's just use our Skytale digital page as an example. So you click on that, obviously, and then you scroll on and you see where it says live. So you click that button there and you can go live. So it's really easy, super simple. You can get super creative with this. You can do at-home cooking shows, once a week, whatever it may be, especially during this coronavirus crisis. Be a great way to engage people at home while they're bored sitting on their couches, right? Get them excited. Do an at-home cooking show with them. Do it for 30 minutes, but make sure you announce this beforehand so that people can tune in. And then when you're done with the Facebook Live video, make sure you post it as well, so that people can tune in after the fact and watch the recording. Okay, so pretty simple stuff there with the Facebook Live video. Now let me show you a couple examples of our clients who, again, we recommend, hey, do this stuff. This stuff will work. Okay, so here's one of our clients. He gets on camera all the time, and they're doing some fun stuff here where they're trying to sell a bunch of plates of food, and if they hit a certain goal, they're gonna shave his head. So pretty crazy. But as you can see on this page, they've got about 4,000 or 5,000 followers, so pretty good size following. But you can see whenever they do a live video, look how many people this reached. 6,300 people. Right? Facebook is showing this to almost all of his followers, and people are sharing this, 93 shares. Okay, so this is how you really make the most out of your social media following. This is how you really squeeze the juice out of all those people, because they're valuable, they're out there. Just got to be creative in ways that you reach them. Okay, so that's really cool. Be vulnerable, get on camera. I don't know if I'd recommend shaving your head, but do some fun stuff there. Here's another example as well. One of our other restaurant clients in Ohio, the owner here, Dave, getting on camera, speaking about what's going on. Again, guys, be vulnerable. Guys and girls, be vulnerable. Get on camera. Talk to people about what's going on. Your fans, your guests, they'll love it, guaranteed. Okay, that's Facebook Live video for you. It does not need to be perfect. So just to recap, we talked a little bit about Facebook and Instagram ads. Really, paid advertisements are the best way to get in front of people, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100,000 people for relatively cheap. When you're doing that, make sure always to advertise to acquire, okay? And build a customer database, okay? That's number 2. This is the most important thing you can be doing, right? Building a database, owning an asset for yourself that you can directly communicate with people, drive in tons of sales and profits, okay? And the third thing here, do Facebook Live videos, okay? So if you guys do all 3 of these things, you're really set. You're set with social media. You're set with advertising. You don't have to do much more than this. A lot of people, a lot of businesses, they'll overthink social media. They'll make it too complicated when really it's fairly simple. Run advertisements, build yourself a database so you can directly communicate with people, send people offers, bring them in. And do Facebook Live videos, right? Because just posting pictures these days, just posting graphics doesn't really get you very far. Okay, do these 3 things, that should be covered. Okay. Now, what happens here is what happens here is called like a flywheel effect. So if you do all these 3 things consistently, it makes each one more effective and more powerful. So again, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not going to happen overnight, but do this stuff, and you'll start seeing traction right away. But do it consistently. Do it for a few months. Do it for a year. You'll definitely start seeing a nice uptick in business. Okay. So if you guys have any questions about anything we covered here today, please feel free to just message us on Facebook Messenger. We're here to help you guys. Or you can simply email myself, Luke, or my partner, Michael, at skytaledigital.com. So that's the end of our free video training here. I hope it was helpful. Again, during this time, I know it can be somewhat difficult to operate a business during a crisis, but the best thing that you can do is play offense. People are out there, they're sitting on their couch, they want to hear from you. So get out there, get in front of them. All right, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we're here to help you. Anyway, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.